Good day, everyone. So today I'm going to show you another recycled art using an empty can. If you haven't watched my other videos, I have a video wherein I recycled an empty uh, dip bottle, and then I decorated it with lace and uh, what do you call this? Gemstones, artificial gemstones. And then after that, I made this, which is steampunk. I use it now as a container for my markers and pens. So this is something steampunk. It's made of a can. Yeah, I used a can here. The first one, I used a bottle. This one, I used a can. And it is less expensive because all I used were just junk pieces and some things I'd ordered online, plus some paints. Okay, so if you haven't watched the two videos, please watch the videos of this one. Let me get the right side. Yeah, this is the better side. Watch the video of this one. It says recycled can and something like that. It has many parts. And then this one, recycled can steampunk. Today I'm going to start making a can, but it has floral design. So on my table now are, I think, all of the things that I would need. So I have this cardboard, a piece of cardboard from a box I got before. So I just spread it here so that when I work with glue and some liquid and paint, my table won't get soiled. Now I have a can. Okay. This is a can uh, which I opened with this. There's this can opener that opens the can neatly. Um, because if you don't have that and if you use a knife, there would be sharp edges. But this one, the cut is neat. Okay. If you don't have a can, you can use a canister of your potato strings. Okay. I have pieces of um paper from a paper bag given to me when I bought some groceries. I have some tissue paper. My dog is barking, pardon me for that. Tissue paper. Whenever I eat outside, when I go to fast food stores, I take home with me the extra napkins, table napkins, because the waiters will just be throwing them away. So might as well use them for some art. Now I have a small dish with water, with no, glue diluted in some water. I have some artificial flowers, which I have had for quite some time because I have taught some classes before in public school. Artificial leaves. I have some artificial leaves here. Oh, let me just show them to you. Small ones and some bigger ones. This one is made of paper. You can buy them at your craft store. This one I think is made of satin. Um, they have like a pattern, a cutter for that. I have some butterflies. Okay. Aren't they cute? Okay, so I have butterflies. I got them online. Okay, so I ordered them online. They come in packs, like these packs. Okay. So I have butterflies. I have my glue. I use different kinds of glue. Sometimes I use the regular craft glue that you have at home. Sometimes I use the what's this, wood glue. I will be using this one, construction adhesive, so that when I start attaching the flowers to the can, this would hold. It's stickier than the regular craft glue that we use at school. So it would hold it there until it dries up, and like it's like rubber when it hardens. Okay, so this one, um, I have some what do you call this, multi-purpose adhesive E7000. If you have seen beauty contests, the dresses, the bejeweled dresses of beauty contestants, um, the jewels were attached using this kind of glue. Because I'll be using flowers, I have some paint because I will be changing the colors. I'm not sure yet what colors to use because usually, guys, when I make art, I just move with the flow, and along the way I decide what colors to use. Okay. So let's. I have my brush. Okay. Also, I have with me outside a black spray paint and a black clear acrylic paint for the finishing touches. So let's begin. First, you get a can, you clean it. Now, you may ask, sir, can we retain the cover? It's okay, because you will be covering it anyway with paper, so it won't be seen. And because this label is stuck to this can, uh, it would add, it's just like having a, excuse me, a first layer of paper. Now, I'm going to cover this with brown paper. Sometimes you have seen me before, I think in the first video where I used the bottle, instead of paper, I use tissue paper. That's okay. But I want to use paper now because, like this layer of tissue paper, of brown paper is equivalent to maybe 2 or 3 layers of tissue paper. I'll just be using the tissue paper to add texture. So first, you get some glue diluted in water. Okay. You can put glue here. Some people apply the glue on the can. I like doing both. It depends. It depends on you. So you apply glue. You can cut strips of paper. You can use pieces of paper that have been torn up into pieces. Okay, so you just stick it there, let it stick there, and then the extra you put it inside. Okay, so you continue with the other pieces. Uh-oh. My dog barks a lot, especially when there is a motorbike, because he is used to hearing motorbikes whenever I have deliveries. Now, when I order things online, like yesterday while I was doing a video, he barked because the delivery man came with my order of neon colored paint for a mask I'm going to do. So there. So you just continue the process until all of the surfaces of the can has been covered outside and inside and even at the bottom. Okay? So you just continue the procedure. Okay? Okay? So I won't be covering it, during the entire video, but I'm going to show you something. I made something a while ago using a little bit smaller can. A can that's a little bit smaller. It says it has been covered with paper. Now, once it is covered with paper inside and out and even at the bottom, I'll be covering this with tissue paper. Okay. Now, let me dilute my glue a bit because my glue, I think when I added water a while ago, I poured in more glue than the water. So I want it when you use the glue, make it a little bit more watery. So you get some tissue. These are the tissue papers I have been collecting. Once I bought a table napkin to wipe uh, the water from the glass. So you just get tissue paper and then put it on the surface, and then you dab it using the brush. You just dab it with glue. Okay, there. It's better when it's more watery. Okay, so there it is. When it is more watery, the table napkin would adhere faster onto the can covered with uh, uh, paper. Okay, so now why, as I was saying a while ago, uh, the reason I'm using tissue paper is to add texture, because when I do crafts like this one, I like the can to have creases. In Tagalog, we say mga lukot. Okay? Lukot-lukot siya. Okay. So, there. And what happens, guys, pag na-cover nyo na siya ng tissue paper, look at the texture of this one. Nakita nyo yung mga, do you see the wrinkles? The wrinkles were achieved by applying uh, tissue paper on the can. Okay? So, ganyan lang siya. It's my first time to use this kind of glue. You know, I usually use the Elmer's. This one. I think this is better when you're using, you're attaching, what do we call this? The tissue paper. I saw another one. It's a white glue. It's called sticky, and it is sticky. So I think I need to have more, to add more water there. So yan na, look at that. Okay, okay, let me add glue here. Okay. Okay. Do you see the wrinkles? Okay. The wrinkles would be nice. Because my glue is sticky, unlike the Elmer's glue, I place the glue underneath. And then later I'll be dabbing it with water. Okay, so it's easier just for this time because of the sticky glue. So remember, if the glue you have happens to be sticky, you can apply the glue directly onto the can and then you just put the tissue paper over it. However, if your glue, when diluted with water, in water, is very, like watery, not that sticky, you can put the table napkin first on the top and then dab it with glue, dabbing the tissue paper with glue. Okay. Okay, so there. So in case your tissue paper is new and you want more wrinkles, you can cut the tissue paper, tear them into smaller pieces, and then wrinkle them, wrinkle, so that already they have some wrinkles. And then apply glue. And put the tissue paper on the can. Okay. There. How many layers of tissue paper, you might ask? It depends on you. If you want it thicker, you can use 2 or 3 layers. Okay? One would be enough, but usually I use 2 or 3. I like the can to be thicker with paper, tissue paper. Okay. So there it is now. Okay. So just a few pieces of tissue paper for this small can. The surface is not that big because it's not so big. The can isn't so big. Okay. So there. I'm going to use another layer because I just want to. Okay, there. Now I use the the technique wherein I put the napkin above and then put glue over it because there's a part here in my mixture which is more diluted than the rest. Now after this, what's the next step? You let it dry. It's sunny outside. It's a little past 12. And later I'm going to bring this outside to dry. Usually, guys, the drying process takes hours. It depends. If it's sunny like today, it would take maybe an hour or two. But when it's raining outside, like one time I did this procedure and it was nighttime, I had to dry it overnight. And then when I woke up the following morning, it wasn't dry enough. So I had to wait for the sun to come out tomorrow. So I had to wait for the sun to come out and to let it dry. Okay? Yan na siya. So there it is. That's how to add texture. Easy, isn't it? It's so easy that even elementary students can do this. Actually, I'm making this video for elementary students. A former colleague of mine, I learned that she's working now at a school, and she contacted me. Hi, Teacher Abigail. Hi, Teacher Abigail. And Teacher Abigail asked me, she said, Teacher, our school is looking for a resource person who could teach kids how to do recycled art. And you're the first person that came to my mind. So could you please help us? Please help us. Okay, so I made one video, and then yesterday I finished the second, uploaded it on YouTube, and this is the third. So I'm putting tissue paper also inside. It's necessary to put texture also inside, okay? Because it's not nice wherein the texture is just outside, but you forget what is inside. It should be beautiful inside and out. Okay. Sometimes you have to tear the pieces into smaller pieces, smaller sizes, because working inside, okay, I think I need to put the glue on the can because the glue I'm using now is very sticky. Okay, I place the glue there first, there. Okay, so this is to put wrinkles, to add wrinkles to the texture of the inside of the can. You say, Teacher, why do we need to let the can dry first? Like now, you can see, while I'm handling the can, let me lower the can, the can. So, it's sticky, so madikit siya. It's quite difficult to handle. So, it's better to let it dry. Like a while ago, I let this dry first before showing you how to put the tissue paper. Okay. So put glue inside. the bottom, the inside part, and then you can use this tip and then this tip to brush, to press it, and then your brush still has glue. That would be nice. Okay. 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 There. I'll add more water. Because I want, it's better na it's more diluted. Okay. So let me get this piece. Okay, there. Inside. Okay. Okay. So that's it. So I'll pause the video now. Then when I return, I will be showing you this one as covered inside and out and dried. And then we will start decorating it. Okay? So I'll see you in a while.